You look good, you have all of the something there about you. Yes, goodie!
Welcome back.
Wow, you're high energy. I love that.
Yes.
Hi, welcome back.
To season 2, episode 3.
Woo! We're still consistent, guys. Isn't
No,
that
man,
great?
we're doing better. We're doing better.
We're doing
And
better.
our producer is in the
How?
house.
Woo! Kevin B.
Kevario.
Kevin B. Wasn't there an artist by the name of Kevin B?
There was an artist by
Is
the name.
Kevin B though?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think he's like
What's that?
a working person now. Like, no, not that. I think he's like, is he a lawyer? Or
No,
yeah. I
yeah.
feel like he's a lawyer or something like that. Yeah, I feel like he's doing something else.
I know that there was somebody, Kevin B, like back in my days.
Yeah, I remember that.
Back in my day.
Oh my God, stop. Anyways, how have you been? How is your week? How are things?
I mean, the week is going. I'm looking forward to the weekend, like I'm always looking forward to the weekend just so I can unwind, make the most of my weekends.
Yeah.
I try to do more of that these days. So looking forward to that, but pushing through. Pushing through. Cause the work is pushing, you have to push back.
Facts. You don't want to know how my week is?
I was looking at you. No, I was looking at you like, okay, like for you to share. No, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, didn't get the memo.
How was your week?
Thank you. My week is good. I mean, I am on this like new thing where I'm trying to just remain in my peace. I am very determined to remain in my peace. Like, I want to focus on myself. I just want to remain in my peace. And I feel like I just want not remain, just stay calm. I feel like I have this personality. So I'm trying to stay calm. That is the goal.
So how's it been going?
Not good.
Oh, okay.
But you don't know.
This is your, in retrospect, this is how you want it to be, but it's not essentially going there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's this TikTok that says like, she was like, I always wish that I was one of those women who would just not say anything, just stop talking. But I always have something to say.
You mean like with that in a relationship or just in life?
In life.
Oh.
Like I wish I could just be one of those girls who are just sweet and mysterious and just
sultry.
Sultry, and they're just like, like I have a friend like that and I just admire her and I'm just like, I always
you have a friend like
that? Have something to say. You don't know her. I used to work with her.
Oh, okay,
She's
cool.
Like, all my friends, so you know that none of us are like that.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Like, which friend are you talking about? But yeah, no. But yes, that is the goal for this week.
Oh, that's all right. Cool. I mean, we can go of the week too, Yeah, not bad.
Hey. Okay.
Positive answer.
So, jumping right into the goodie of the week.
Yeah.
The goodie of the week.
So this week's goodie of the week is none other than the lovely, the beautiful Shirley Ralph. Yeah. So Jamaican actress Shirley Ralph attended the Hollywood Critics Association's second annual HCA TV Awards and wore a Jamaican designer by the name of Greta Constantine. The brand was created by two Jamaican designers out of Toronto, Canada. So you can see it on screen. It's a beautiful green. Wow. It's a beautiful green ensemble.
Yeah. No, I think she really channeled her inner Jamaican because, of course, it was the best timing as well, given that we just celebrated our 60th.
Yeah.
And I feel
she
like
was all over Jamaica 60th.
Yeah, man. I feel like she really represented us well because she is Jamaican, yeah?
Yeah, she's
right.
I don't think she's like born a Jamaican.
Like of Jamaican descent.
But her parents are Jamaican.
All right.
Yeah.
Close enough. But I mean, one thing about Shirley, she always gonna represent Jamaica and she always gonna date in a Jamaica. Like,
that's true.
Yes.
That's true.
I really admire her work though as a woman.
Yeah.
As a human being, and she loves to give back in Jamaica as well because I know she have her foundation and she's very doing great work. So that's just a perfect goodie of the week. Yeah. So wait, is the goodie Cheryl or is the goodie the designers or all of them?
I would say more. It was for me. It was Cheryl, and I guess the designer too, because I think that from the creative side, we're big on supporting creatives here. So
Yeah.
from the creative side, I just wanted to see I love to see Jamaican designers getting recognition because I
Yeah.
do feel like we have like a lot of talented people
Yep.
here. So we need to just give them a strength and all of that. And I love the fact that Shirley Ralph is like. And you know what's funny? Speaking of her, I was telling somebody the other day about her, like that she was, how big she is.
Mm-hmm.
And you have black famous people that
Mhm.
people don't know about. Because when people don't know Shirley Ralph or like who else, like Angela Bassett or
Or like a Garcelle.
or like a
Yeah.
Garcelle, or like when people don't know who these people are, I'm so confused. But I realize they have like black people, we have people that are like cultural icons to us
Mhm.
that other people may not consider.
This person was not black.
No, they were a white. They were
Caucasian.
a white Caucasian. Yeah, they were a
Okay.
Caucasian person. I was actually talking to them at work, and I was like, "You don't know Shirley Ralph?" Like it was crazy to me.
But tell them about Ben Affleck though.
Or what but then I guess and that's why I say I'm making it a point of duty not to
Yeah.
know white actors, because
How you going to not know them? How you
but
going
that's how I
to
make it a
unknow
point of
them?
duty. Come, let's not go watch a show and Google them. Yeah, can them not Google we? Look how much thing Shirley Ralph and Angela Bassett and them coming out. No, but not Google nobody. Yes.
I cannot.
Anyways, that's for Shirley Ralph. Big up yourself, and that was the goodie of the week.
Yeah.
All right, so jumping into the favorite segment.
Hot topics.
Yes, we are gonna start with hot topics.
Hot topics.
Okay, so as you can see by the episode, it's called "Is Nepotism a No or a Yes?" Now, this conversation has always been like a very huge conversation in across the world. So, but there are two particular tweets that went viral this week. So, Laurencia said, Why do y'all be so mad people's parents can't provide for them? Why do you believe parents shouldn't help their kids if they got it?" And the second tweet was from Kirk Wright 79. "I want black folk to stop thinking nepotism is a bad thing. It's disproportionate because we lack the access. But if a family member wants to be an actor and they're good, why wouldn't I use my connections to get them a gig? Not everyone needs to struggle before they make it."
You know what I want to do before we proceed? Let's define nepotism, thanks.
Okay, sure.
Nepotism, yeah? According to the Google, yes. Oxford language says the practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives or friends, especially by giving them jobs. Just wanted to be clear, just in case you don't already know what
What it
nepotism
is,
mean
fair.
or have a better understanding, because sometimes people use the words incorrectly. And I realize that when people think of nepotism, they think of just family members, and it really could just also be friends.
Yeah.
So that's a very interesting topic, because I feel like, here's my thing.
Yeah.
We all go by this thing, say links from Jamaica, Ray.
Yeah.
And it is quite true. What I always say is that, or what my viewpoint is really, as nepotism works, if it is that the person comes with a favorable skill set. Now, I've seen where nepotism cannot work, where it is that you use your influence to put somebody in a position and they completely fail you, embarrass you and just embarrass the whole organization just by their lack of skill set. So what I think is, it's a yes for me if it is that the person has necessary skill sets in order to fulfill the roles and responsibilities of said job. Because they really can't just be putting anybody anywhere and they're just doing anything, and it's just nepotism this and because I'm the boss's son or the boss's best friend's cousin, I can say and do this and do that and just do anything, and I can have my long 3-hour executive lunches and I don't do no work and still get my paycheck, while people, really burning the midnight oil at nights. That's when I'm gonna look at you like, damn, wow, that sucks. No, and you're just like, wow. And then you can understand why people have that thought of, yo, is it a friend thing, rare, because some people really abuse it by their lack of ability to do the role. So that's my thoughts. But listen to me. Let me tell you this. Mommy, if you're watching, hopefully you're not. We really wish you did have a little business, but could have just take over and so because this 9 to 5 kill me. This is where nepotism is a go. Because I feel I'm having skill sets, mom. Work on it, alright? But I'm telling you, like God knows, like, jeez, sheesh, like.
We going through it.
No man, yeah. Or like anybody who knows, like I have the skill sets, guys. In case you tried to use nepotism for me, yeah, man, it will work. I won't let you down.
Use me.
Use me.
But like I think that so for me, I don't know which side of the fence. And maybe after the end of this conversation, I'll know which side of the fence I'm on because I as a person want to provide certain things for the people around me, right? So if me have an opportunity, right? And I know say my friend may not be qualified, but I know she can do the work, or I know him can do it, or
Okay,
I know say have the skill set or something. I'm gonna push him forward. But by right, if the job description requires that you have this degree or this or whatever, then it's not necessarily a good thing because there are other people as well who have the skill and also went ahead and got the qualifications to align with the skill. So they may have been a better choice. But me personally, me always I go bust the youths. You see me? So that's why I said I'm from this side, right? Because I'm just thinking if I get in a position of power where I can influence certain things, my dogs them are gonna come first.
The dogs them have to live.
The dogs them have to live.
They
have to live, right? Because I don't feel like I have no workplace person around me. And everybody that I feel like is in my atmosphere is trainable, and I think that they're smart. It's just that, But on that side, right? And I also want to provide certain things for the people around me. I'd love that. But on the flip side, I can see how nepotism has affected our country. And
I was just gonna go challenge you to that because I said, remember when you look at audit them every couple of months, you look at audits and we see where nepotism have, the people that might eat a food from a nepotism, with little to no skill sets, and then it's a big thing, and it's just like we don't know if they have it. We don't know if they're doing the job well or not. We're just seeing that they have no skill sets based on the results of these audits. No, remember your dogs are for live too,
Yeah.
So if everybody have that same mindset,
exactly.
all the people then where don't have no links get to work.
So that's where it comes in, because for me, if I'm a private sector person, I can decide how I run my private sector. You see me? The problem lies with nepotism to me in the most is when politics get involved, because you can be a government official or a government organization and I work with nepotism, right?
Okay.
Because in my private business, me work for you own a successful business in a Jamaica or in the Caribbean or anyway, a successful business hard, right? So me broke my back and I can decide how I want to run my private sector company.
Okay.
Right? But and I feel like, when you get there, I feel like I understand that we all want to think that there should be equality in life or whatever. That's not true. That's not true. I don't think that, like, you being younger, I used to be like, oh, there should be equality.
Yeah, we were on a level.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, some things are just levels to it.
Yeah.
I believe in that. Some things are just levels to it. So to me, in my private business, if I have worked my way up, if I can make certain decisions from a business perspective, from a personal perspective, if I want to do certain things, because it's affecting my bottom line. When I think what the problem with nepotism comes in when it's a government thing or it's affecting countries. So if you're making decisions about, because remember, the government makes decisions about people's livelihoods and what happens and the flow of a country, its economy, its healthcare sector, all of these things. So I think that when you're making public decisions with your private personal decisions in mind, that is when it is a negative thing. Right? Because outside of the audits, right, we see where, some people get some position, or even when it comes to education or like things like that. So like the most qualified persons should be teaching our youth. The most qualified person should be in our healthcare sectors. Like those type of things should have the most skilled people, because those are knowledge and lives.
Okay, fair enough. But then I also want to bring the point across that sometimes I feel like, all right, so there's nepotism, right, where you can choose your friends and family to have the opportunity to fulfill roles and all of that. But like, what if no? Well, I lost my train of thought. Wow.
You said fulfill the roles and lives. Sorry.
No, like, Jano, go ahead, Renee, because I lost my train. Like, I literally have the words in my brain. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, that was me last week. So it's fine. No, but you said that basically in terms of affect lives, right? That's where you were going.
No, it wasn't. I was switching gears.
Okay.
I was switching gears to guess what, guys? Oh, yes, I was switching gears that, there are people who, back to the tweet and the main premise of the tweet, which is that sometimes we kind of glamorize the struggle.
That is true.
So we glamorize the struggle around, no, you have to work hard, you have to start from the bottom up, and you have to, you have to grind. If you could have scrubbed the floor before you get to the managerial work, then you scrub before you get to the managerial work. And you don't have to go, so it really does not. I promise you, guys, you don't have to work your way up. Sometimes you can really just be qualified and go in a role. Like, you don't have to start from the bottom.
Outside of that though, because it's outside of the work thing too, like that's why I said me always I go bust the youth, because outside of work, if me get an opportunity for be in a commercial, I may say, yo, I have one pretty friend. I'm gonna say, yo, you she. And let me tell you, right? And I can say this, my friend that came in Sprinter, Dale Elliott, right? So we went to high school together. Big up Dale, right? So my first major media thing, he always said that, like, since I was in high school, he always said, you should do something for media, like, he's like, you're so good at it. And he, he's clearly way more popular. He's done movies, he's done a lot of other things, right? And he lives abroad now, right? He lives in LA. So his first major thing out here, right? So he wasn't getting more jobs than me, and he said, I had to audition for this thing, this show that we hosted once. I think it was called Thursday Night Live.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and he was like, he said to they wanted him for sure. Like, he was the male that they were going to use for sure. But they were just looking for a co-host for him, and they were deciding if it was 2 males, 2 females, what it would be, right? And he said to them, yo, if she not do it, me not do it.
Love that.
So you understand what I'm saying? And that was my first major gig. So those.
But then you were qualified enough where he thought that you would have.
Not more qualified.
Not more qualified, but
who they wanted. Right? Because that person had media experience and training and all of that. But
she probably watched it as a general star.
I should not call her name. But yeah, like more, maybe she don't, I don't think she would know. But like more qualified, all of that. So I'm thinking that, not necessarily because it's not that I wasn't qualified, I just never yet got the opportunity.
You've never been experienced, right?
I've never got the opportunity. So sometimes it's not necessarily, because if you look at it that way, if you look at it that way from where we're saying that, like, the most qualified or whatever, it's like, you have to start somewhere to be qualified.
You do have to start somewhere to be qualified. I mean, these people are asking for the entry-level jobs, how much in years experience. So you clearly have to start somewhere. I'm not sure where they're getting it from. But, and I'll come back to this because I feel like I feel very passionate about it. We do not have to glamorize struggle to get where we need to be. If it is that you are qualified, or if it is that they think you are capable and you can do well in the role, I honestly think there is nothing wrong with nepotism, right? As long as you can bring something to the table.
Role, right?
No, even if suppose the person can sew. And them never sew, them never really sew. Say for instance, you have a fashion show and cool, you have a designer, your friend is a designer, but she's never yet sewn for a fashion show before. She's never yet done that type of production. She sew her yard, you buy like a 1-2 outfit from her, you go out and you say, boy, say, we want something quick and see. And they say, all right, cool, but she's going to do a fashion show now, which is a whole other production, a whole line, You're not going to say, you might say, boy, maybe she can't manage, because this timeline tight, or she have to do a whole collection, You're probably going to be like, you're going to assess to see if it is that she has the resources, the quality of time that you have available for her to be able to produce at this level. But you're not going to just cancel her out because she's never done it before. So I'm not just talking about role in corporate. I'm talking about role in life. As well, role in life. Just role in life. Because I feel like, yes, sometimes we can bust the youths, we have to but still use responsibly.
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 Hey,
Because at the end of the day as well, whoever you recommend, it will also reflect you.
true.
That is very, very, very important, and that's why persons are very wary sometimes about who they recommend for certain things, and
Hold that point. Hold that point.
Mm.
So in terms of, because that's the next thing, right? I feel like what I noticed, right? Other races. Well, I can only speak for where I live and where I've grown in Jamaica.
Mhm.
We see the Indians, we see the Chinese, we see other people, the Caucasus, the Caucasians. We see them like
What?
we see them like doing. I think we are, but the way someone's I experience, I think black people or like who are the only ones who have a problem with that. Because you're growing up, you hear, well, my parents weren't like this, but I've heard other friends or family members say, yo, go on, like move out, you need to go make life. Like I feel like we hear that term so much. Oh, go make life, or like
When I was your age, I had 4 kids and
and
a house and
or just like you say when you turn 18 or whatever, you
but
know.
it's just, I mean, the way of life was very different back then.
Yeah, no, but when you turn 18, the more you move out or whatever, like, why do you want your child to go out into the world and have to, like, start fresh? What's the point? You started fresh. Why wouldn't you not want to give your child? So I think we have a problem, and it's like, oh, if you don't struggle for it, it's not valid. That's not true.
Right?
That's not true.
Man.
I don't agree with that, because, like, we've seen many people, and then you have some people, right?
But, and define struggle too, like, gosh darn it, like, you don't
But
have
you
to
work hard, because
no, but you don't have to be literally struggling and tomorrow homeless almost all them something there
yeah.
for you to be a success story. And I think again we glamorize this whole you have to
Started from the
struggle.
bottom.
No, literal rags to riches. No, it don't have it don't have to be rags. To riches,
You
guys.
can. Yeah.
It can be what is like
Towel,
like a little
fluffy
bit.
towel.
That's what I'm
Fluffy
saying.
towel to the riches. Because, alright, right? Look at it.
You look at price
man.
mat so well.
Look on women. You know who I admire? I really admire Adam Stewart. Right? I
Okay.
really like how he
Do share why.
because alright, so I like what he's done with the Sandals group,
Mhm.
and I think that even they recently opened, what is it called, the ATL, the garage,
Mm-hmm.
the garage arm of ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could have just you're alright. The business them did not work.
Mm-hmm.
Them not stop the Sandals.
Mhm.
Them not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you said, okay, I'm going to do more. I'm gonna open you saw the need, you saw the garage. So for example, that makes sense to me.
Mhm.
So even though you may have gotten the business from your family members, you still did
You're
more
growing
with
on
it,
it,
or you're
right.
growing on it, or you did something with it. You
Mhm,
used a different perspective. So
You thought that was nepotism?
huh?
You thought that was nepotism?
People would say that in terms of him getting his business, or
Really?
just people would say,
But I never did it.
I've
Just
seen
the
people on
automatic
TikTok.
like heir to his
Yeah.
is his empire.
I don't see it that way, but I've seen people on like social media have
Oh.
that thing or whatever.
Interesting.
And like the Marleys, like I've seen people say like,
Oh, them only get certain roles because they're Marley.
they only get certain Grammys or whatever
Mm.
because they're Marleys. Like there's a whole lot of them, and I'm telling you, we only listen to about 4 of them.
Yeah.
Julian, sometime, Kimani.
Enough of them still.
Enough
I'm
of
not
them,
gonna lie.
Bob Marley literally said, "Be fruitful and multiply." And
Yeah.
I don't think nepotism works with the Marleys like that. I think it's like we only know like 5 or 6 of them.
Mhm.
We don't see the 5 brother them. And music wise, we really mainly listen to Damien. So
Yeah.
it's like,
And little
would
Ziggy
it be,
and so.
huh?
And little Ziggy and
And little Ziggy and Kimani when they decide to sing,
Yeah.
and Stephen Moore do the producing side, no?
Mhm.
So to me, we don't really listen to. It's not like I wouldn't call it nepotism with them either, because it's like Damian Marley to me is very, very talented.
Mhm,
You get what I'm saying? Kimani Marley is talented. The ones who are talented, I think them come to the front.
Mhm.
So I don't say so. With certain things that we look at and say, I don't think there's anything wrong with you getting certain things based on whatever, because
Correct.
there's nothing wrong with you. If
And
I,
you
if
know
I,
what?
I can sing, why not?
Guess what? I
Why won't you
will
run
raise
it?
an important point. What is the point of networking if it won't get you anywhere, any opportunity now?
True.
Let's talk about it.
True, because it isn't. Wouldn't that be a form of networking? Yeah.
No, because you're networking, you tell it to network, you live this corporate life or just any life, maybe in a creative space as well, in network too. Just as human beings, they're always driving this, network, right? To increase your net worth. Anyways, what am I gonna say? and you meet these people and they're impressed by your capabilities, yeah, and you are awarded or afforded these opportunities because of your network, which works in your favor. Maybe you have a small business, and they've now been able to provide some service to you and your organization, and you choose them because so I didn't meet him in this mingle one time, or me and him go high school, or me and him go university, and we did that class together, and I know that him have this nice small business that can do great things, and I want to support this small business or medium size, large, whichever it is. I don't think there's anything wrong, again, if it is that the person is able to manage and really prove their worth as well, just to already, again, keep your name good, as well as for the recommendation. What is the point of networking if you cannot use it? And that is the main point of networking, is for you to be able to leverage that network for you in any sense of the word. They could have network and somebody go gynecologist, she did we go high school together.
True.
Them way,
true,
like
true.
It's not even just. And I know a pediatrician. Somebody asked about a pediatrician. Say boy, say they go pediatrician. You wanna go high school, and your friend wants a pediatrician. Say
because everybody who
it's
I
not
use for
just
anything,
exactly.
now anybody, my financial advisor is a friend. My dentist friend. My everything that I go in right now, I need a GP. I just need one for herb and get in the private practice. You know me, I say so. Like if I need a link to something, I go call.
So then that's what I'm trying to figure out. Then the thin line between leveraging your network and nepotism, would it be considered the same thing, nepotism?
I think it's along the same lines, right? Because it's like I'm just giving friend, or I think I guess is when you use your influence to push them up. But because it's using it's similar.
Thing,
it's
guys.
along the same lines. And maybe I guess they can tell us in the comments or whatever if they think different. But I don't see it being very different. And I don't see anything wrong with. And then there's another arm to it, right? Because I feel like when you see somebody, right, and they're considered uptown or privileged, we almost have this thing where we're like, cha. Like if them saying something, it's almost like we're very dismissive because we take them as like an uptown person, or we say
that's a whole other podcast episode.
No, that's a whole other episode.
I'm promising you that.
But in terms of, we see where they're like, I've seen this guy on TikTok. He's popular. I don't remember I think his name is Chad, and he did a video and he was talking about why would I vex and live with my mother? Like what? Like why that upset you? Because it's like why that upset you? Saying live with his mother and his mother buy my car. Like why? Like why do you need to go in his comment sections and bring up that him live with him? Him tell him the same live with his mother. Like
him tell him the same
my mother buy me a car. Like what is wrong with that? Like
me?
I don't love a free car right now.
Big up you, right?
I don't love a free car right now just from being somebody's child. You know what I saying? So and I want to do that. Like
why you don't want to have a good start?
My child will come out. Like my biggest goal is for my child to
get everything,
get a house, a car, and some form of money coming in, or some asset that is constantly earning. Have a pension before you need a pension. That is what I want to do for my child. I want my child feel like I want to go paint in Italy tomorrow. I'm gonna paint in Italy. I don't want my child to look. You
want to set up themselves for success.
Me personally, I always have to say my bills come first, and I don't want my child to do that. I'm tired of. You know, I need a break. I want a little vacation.
And if it is that you're seeing that but if it is that you see that they're deserving of seeing, there's nothing wrong with that as well. You get what I'm saying? And if it is that boy,
but what if them not deserving? How you feel about that?
No, you're gonna no. I don't think we should reward bad behavior.
But then what is bad behavior? Because alright, say because deserving, right? Say you're a good person. They just look a dunce. You just little dunce. You're not enough dunce.
No, but then are you willing to work? Are you willing to be educate yourself? Are you willing to work? What are you willing to do? Because some people are.
How we're gonna know unless them.
I won't say dunce. Some people are, educationally challenged, or whatever, and they would rather just sit home then, which is a very different.
No, lazy is a different thing. Like if a person is lazy, but alright, for example, right? If a person, because you would have to use like for example, if I'm gonna give you. Let's say I'm going to give you say you play guitar, you just start playing guitar for 2 weeks, but me can get you, I know Travis Barker, and you can go learn, or let's say drums. I know Travis Barker, and you can go start learning drums with Travis Barker, and you just start playing 2 weeks, right? Is anything wrong with that? And Travis come back to me and say, yo, say I'm not that good. I'm not thinking I'm gonna have a good thing in the drum thing, but I still would want to give you that opportunity.
Yeah, I'm say thanks for trying. Like,
Yeah.
thanks. Okay, fine. Fair. But what if the person is bad? Like, do you still give them the opportunity?
It depends on what it is. Okay, if I have a studio, or if I have something where it not gonna affect me, or it not gonna affect nobody else. If my friend wants to sing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I have a studio, why am I not gonna give them a beat and make them sing A, B, C,
You are
D,
the
F, G?
problem. You are the problem. No, facts. You are the problem.
No, but if it's not hurting anybody, like why not?
Okay.
Why
Alright,
not? That's
alright.
how I feel about, like, unless it's, that's why I said when it comes to like things that are affecting the public sector and like people's lives and education and all of that, but I guess some people might say it starts from somewhere or it starts from somewhere. But to me, I never take up no government office and say me I go help the people. To me, when you say I go help the people,
Moving on. Moving right along.
That's what I think. So
Okay, fair. So it's a no for you. Is it?
it's a yes. Nepotism is okay for me once it's nothing affecting the whole population.
Okay. Well, it's a maybe for me if it is that you have the skill sets required to fulfill the role. There is nothing wrong in leveraging your network to get ahead a little bit.
Okay.
Once I can do the work, though, please. Very important. Very important.
Yeah.
But yes.
Once they are my friend,
Wow.
yeah, get a
The
bus.
dogs them have to live.
The dogs
have
them
to eat.
have to eat and have to live. Radam. So, anyways, jumping right in to our listener letter for this week.
Listener letters.
So, I feel like this is a topic, but this was an interesting one. This was the most interesting one.
Oh.
Is it okay to settle in this generation?
No.
Just like that, you never let me finish.
That's it for me.
No.
That's it for me. No, with a full stop. Capital letters. Full
No.
stop. Why are you doing that? Settling for what?
Just settling
Less
overall.
than for like less than? Is that it? Like setting for less than?
I don't think people should settle, but I also don't think this generation, because he said the generation, I don't think us as a generation has a grip on reality. I don't think we consider all the factors that it takes for something that we say we want. So we say we want to be a millionaire, but do we know the steps or what it takes to be a millionaire? We say we want this thing. We want to be the baddest singer person or whatever, or pianist, whatever. Are you practicing? Do you understand what the effort it might take? So I don't think you should settle, but I also don't think you should. I don't think as a generation, we take into consideration the things that we say or the things that we are desiring or what it takes, right? And then on the relationship side, I think what a lot of us call settling is compromise. In a lot of instances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, well, here's the thing. You make a valid point. But here's the thing. Okay, there are a few people, male and female, they may have a laundry list of what the expectations are in a partner or the perfect partner. There'll never be a perfect partner. There'll never be a perfect candidate for anything. Life no works so. So you're saying that if they don't get a few of those stuff on their list, it's called settling. Sometimes they think it's settling, but it's really just compromising.
Yeah,
Okay.
because, all right. And then sometimes one can be realistic because, as I say at the start of this or in somewhere in the podcast, levels to certain things. So I don't think as people we should be seeing so much of each other's lives. I can't wait till they do a study on like social media and how much
But they
we
have
are seeing.
That part. But there was a documentary on Netflix, like probably last year.
Yeah.
on social media usage and how addictive it is and why it's so addictive and all of
No,
that.
it's not just addictive, you know. I'm talking about the part about us seeing each other's lives just through pictures and thinking we understand it and thinking that
This is real life.
this is what I deserve.
This is what I need.
Like, I will joke and say, like, oh, I should be on a yacht, like, shaking my booty or whatever. But it's like, I feel like there are certain levels to things, like, in terms of just who you know, who you grew up with, if you live in LA or you're more than likely to meet a celebrity. Like, I know people or women who will be like, I want to be with, or I want to be famous. I want to be like because you have so many celebrities born out of social media now, which nothing is wrong with.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just don't know if it's settling or we're using somebody, or we don't know. Some people don't know what they want and they look at it like, I'm settling. Or if I don't get this, I'm settling because you saw somebody else do it. Is it your dream? Or is it because you see that this girl did it?
Okay, fair point.
So that's what I think.
What do I think? I just don't believe in settling. I've never been the type to, if I feel like, especially with like maybe my career or maybe where I'm at in life, I try not to settle. I try to make the efforts to go necessary steps and move forward or whatever. So that's why I'm just like, never settle, because sometimes I feel like settling, after you settle for a while, it leads to complacency. And when you're complacent, you just kind of go into a cycle of the same unhappiness for a very long time, in any aspect of life. I'm not speaking about anything particular. And then it just starts to be like just standstill, stagnant, and then you just start to plummet into maybe a dark time or whatever. Like, if you realize that after a while this isn't working for you, you've tried, of course, and you've really put some effort into it in any aspect of your life, guys, it's okay to just not settle and choose something better for yourself. And you have to want better for yourself to decide that you're not going to settle as well. I mean, if I go to KFC and they give me the wrong piece of chicken, like, I'm gonna settle and I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. So it's more like knowing the right. So it's knowing it's knowing what to settle for then.
Yeah.
Or knowing what areas of your life matter to you the most and what don't. Fair. So I don't think that we it's not that, don't get me wrong, I don't believe in settling, but I also believe in being realistic.
Correct.
I believe in being realistic, and I believe in we are an instant gratification generation. And so don't get me wrong, it's not like I believe in settling, but I do think that we are an instant gratification generation who just wants to get things right now. So I think in anything...
Me that boy.
So I just think that in anything we really just have to put in the work for it, because I think that you should never settle for things you can control.
Correct.
But things that you can't control, sometimes you have to compromise. Yeah. That's my thoughts. Yeah. Those are my thoughts.
All right.
Yeah. And you're just like, no, never settle.
I mean, I agree with your sentiments, but I'm a strong believer in going for exactly what you want and you deserve. Because I feel like a part of not settling is also knowing your worth. So that's for me why it's just like, I don't deserve this, or I deserve better, and you think you deserve and you can reach there, go for it, girl.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, I don't want to tell anybody that they shouldn't do something. It's just more, and then sometimes, when you think about it too, like, now that I'm thinking about it, reality can be so like depressing and like
the bills. Realistically, there.
Not just the bills, but like when you look around you and you don't see something. Like, for example, when you look around you, right? I personally feel like this sometimes. When you look around you and you don't see a successful relationship or anything like that, you kind of feel discouraged. Like, maybe
this ever so bad. Maybe I can go back to him then.
Or maybe it's not what I thought it was. Or maybe maybe this thing is not what I thought it was, or you know, or my opinion of it. So I would say that just evaluate. For me, I just try to evaluate if it's something that I really desire and I believe that is in, you know, is what God wants for me, what I want for myself, and it's something that I can get.
Yeah.
Then I don't settle in it. But I've seen people use that "don't settle" term for some things where trivial and don't make no sense to me. So that's where my
that's where your perspective comes from. Okay, fair.
Because it's like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, same sentiment. So I guess that's,
we're all aligned today.
Yeah, I guess that's it. So this was a good episode. I think
it was. It was very fruitful, very, you know, mature conversations.
Hey, you know, we have to give them
we're not
balance.
careless every week, jeez.
Yeah, we're not careless every week.
Right?
So, all right. So remember to send your questions through DM or using the anonymous link on Instagram, and we will see you next week.
Bye.